Looks like it's just me again tonight. So welcome everybody to episode number 3.
Wait, don't start yet, I'm here. Welcome to episode 3.
Well, there you guys go. Chris and I are here, I guess, tonight. So again, welcome to episode number 3 of the Ultra RC Hobbies show. It's going to be airing on Facebook as well as YouTube Friday nights at 7 o'clock. On tonight's episode, we'll be covering 7 essential tools.
I'm going to rebuild a Wraith transmission.
As well as we're going to have another customer's rig on tonight's episode.
First, we have a build breakdown from our friend Tim on his Axial Wraith.
There we go, I like that, okay.
Okay, here it comes. Alright, today we're here with Tim Sabo. He's got himself an Axial Wraith. He's going to give us a little bit of run through on what's going on with this unit.
Hey everybody, my name's Tim. This is my Wraith. First off, I have the Vanquish Curry axles tubes in it. I've got in the front axle, I have the Axial CV joint axles. I've got Vanquish titanium links all around, custom made pan hard bar because they actually don't make a chassis mount servo kit for this axle, so I made it myself. I have shocks from RC 4-wheel drive, the King Super Scales. In the back, I'm also running a Curry rear diff housing. I have the Vanquish axle shafts in there. Running the stock Wild Boar 2 drive shafts just as a weak point, so if I break anything, it's going to be that on the trail. Very, very simple fix. Running the Mamba X speed controller with a Castle 2400 kV censored motor. Sorry, got kind of a spider web of wires in this thing right now. Custom made front battery mount. I've got a Hi-Tech 7955 titanium gear servo up front. I've got an RC 4-wheel drive 2-speed transmission in it, so that helps this big heavy pig get down the trail fast and smooth. I can still crawl with it and I still have all the wheel speed in the world. I am running Proline beadlock rims with Pitbull XOR tires. Super soft and pliable. Love the tires. Got a separate 3-cell battery in the back for my light kits and everything that I've got going on. Axial deadbolt body that I cut up to fit on the Wraith cage.
What motor are you running?
I am running a Spectrum DX4C.
So you can control your 2-speed running the remote?
I can, and I also use the input wire on the Castle Mamba X for my drag brake, so I have adjustable drag brake on the trail. I have it set on a linear switch from 0 to 100, so anywhere in between I can have drag brake or turn it on, turn it off on the trail from my radio.
Right on, Tim. Well, thanks for bringing it out and showing everyone your sweet Wraith.
For sure.
So that was Tim's Axial Wraith. I'm a really big fan of 2-speed transmissions. Tell me what you think about them. Have you ever used them?
Yeah, remember, you can always post comments in the comment section on Facebook as well as YouTube and let us know what you think. It's always good to interact with you guys.
What do you want to see?
Up next is 8 essential tools you will need to work on your RC car and truck. So follow me to my other desk over there. So follow me to my other workbench over there and let's get started.
Aaron, I just got myself a brand new Traxxas Stampede. What do I need to maintain this truck?
Well, this is perfect timing. We're doing a tool segment.
Oh, right on.
Well, this is awesome. So on your Stampede, your common screwdrivers are gonna be your 2mm. We always like to put a little piece of fuel tubing or something to dignify what the tool actually is. When you get all of them lined up, kind of hard to reference which one's which. But on the 2mm, this is going to be your most common driver size on the Stampede or slash 4x4 or 2-wheel drive. So this will pretty much take off most of your camber links, your tie rods, as well as your body mounts, things like that. So your 2mm is definitely really necessary for that. The next one up is going to be your 2.5 millimeter driver. This one's going to be great for the bottom side of the truck. Let's take the rear of the front end section off. You're going to get your 2.5 millimeter screws in there, as well as your shock shoulder bolts will also be 2.5 millimeter. So that's going to be where you're commonly going to use these. And then the next little beauty is your 1.5 millimeter driver. Inside the Stampede, inside the actual gear train here, you're going to need to tighten your pinion up with that, as well as the drive shafts. Taking that little grub screw out will also be at 1.5. So this one's super handy. And the next one that lots of people honestly forget, they use T-wrenches. I know you used the T-wrench for a long time, but is a nice 7 millimeter nut driver. So you need to take your wheels and tires off. It's a breeze with the nice 7 millimeter nut driver. Takes that off, no problem at all. So I said we were gonna cover 7 tools, and then I said 8 tools. But we're really back to 7, but you're gonna have to tune in next week to see the other 3 we're gonna cover as well. So remember, episode number 4 will cover the rest of the 3 tools out of the 7. That should have been 8.
You're gonna see some tools.
For the rest of the...
Oh, try again.
So next up is Chris and his freshly built Axial Wraith transmission.
We threw some Avid bearings in this guy this time. This transmission goes through a lot of water, so this is going to be a really good test for their bearings.
So the really nice thing about these Avid bearings is, if you can see, look at all that nice grease inside there that they put in right from the factory. So you know that these guys are going to stay smooth for a long time, well lubricated and free of water. And that's exactly what we're looking for on this truck. So we'll put in a full set of Avid bearings on this beauty and get her back on the trails in no time. And there we have it. Fully built Axial Wraith transmission with Avid bearings, ready to hit the water.
It's looking good, Swifty in here.
That was episode 3 of the Ultra RC Hobby Show. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think.
So next week we want to do something a little bit different. We want to do a Q&A section. So please submit questions on Facebook as well as YouTube on episode number 3's video, so we can throw it in next week's segment. So I think that's a wrap, though.
Yeah,
that's the end of
wrap.
episode number 3. So thank you everybody for tuning in and giving us a lot of support. We will see you next week on episode number 4.
Like, comment, and subscribe.